time moves forward for everyone. That is the simple truth people accept about aging. Years pass, the body changes, energy slowly declines. Most people believe this process is only controlled by time and genetics. But modern science has revealed something far more unsettling. The speed at which the body ages is not only controlled by the number of birthdays someone has had. In many cases, aging is quietly accelerated by everyday habits that people repeat without thinking. One small routine, done daily by millions of people across the world, can slowly push the body to age faster than it should. Not by a few days or weeks, sometimes by years. This is not dramatic speculation. Research on cellular aging shows that certain lifestyle habits trigger biological stress inside the body. That stress damages cells, increases inflammation, disrupts hormones, and slowly speeds up the internal aging process. The body may still look normal from the outside. Life continues as usual. But deep inside the cells, tiny structures that protect DNA begin to wear down faster. These structures are known as telomeres, and scientists often compare them to protective caps on the ends of chromosomes. When telomeres shorten too quickly, the body's ability to repair itself begins to decline. Skin ages faster, energy drops sooner, organs experience more strain. Even the immune system becomes weaker over time. What makes this discovery more alarming is how ordinary the cause can be. No extreme behavior is required. No rare disease is involved. Just one habit that feels normal in daily life. It hides inside busy routines, late nights, modern lifestyles, and constant stress. It does not cause immediate pain. It does not create an obvious warning sign overnight. Instead, it works slowly, quietly, and consistently, placing pressure on the body day after day. Over time, that pressure builds into real biological damage. Many people only realize the effects years later when fatigue becomes constant, focus becomes harder, sleep feels less refreshing, and the body no longer recovers the way it once did. The surprising part is that scientists studying aging no longer look only at how long people live. They also study something called biological age. Biological age measures how old the body actually behaves at the cellular level. Two people may both be 40 years old. One may have the cellular health of someone in their early 30s. The other may have the biological markers of someone much older. The difference between them often comes down to daily habits repeated over long periods of time. This is why researchers today focus heavily on lifestyle patterns that influence inflammation, hormone balance, and cellular repair. Some of these patterns are widely known. Others are still overlooked by most people. The habit we are going to reveal today falls into that second category. It feels harmless. In fact, many people treat it as normal behavior in modern life. Yet studies suggest that it quietly disrupts some of the most important repair systems inside the human body. Over months and years, that disruption may accelerate the aging process in ways most people never realize. The body has powerful systems designed to protect and repair itself. Every single day, cells experience damage from stress, pollution, poor nutrition, and natural metabolic activity. The body usually fixes this damage while resting. Hormones rebalance. Tissues repair. The immune system resets. This recovery process is one of the most important defenses against aging. But when a certain daily habit interferes with that recovery cycle, the body slowly loses its ability to fully restore itself. Damage that should have been repaired begins to accumulate. Inflammation increases. Hormones shift out of balance. Stress chemicals stay elevated for longer periods. Gradually, the body enters a state where aging begins to accelerate. Scientists have connected this process to increased risks of heart disease, metabolic disorders, weakened immunity, and cognitive decline later in life. The unsettling part is that millions of people repeat this habit every single day without realizing the long-term consequences. Work schedules encourage it. Modern technology encourages it. Social habits encourage it. Even entertainment culture encourages it. The behavior becomes so normal that very few people stop to question what it might be doing to their health over time. Yet when researchers began closely examining how lifestyle patterns affect aging markers, this habit repeatedly appeared as a major factor. It was linked to increased inflammation, hormonal disruption, and faster shortening of telomeres. In other words, the body's internal clock was being pushed forward faster than it should. That means someone might feel older earlier, lose energy sooner, and face health problems that normally appear much later in life. The most surprising part of this discovery is that reversing the habit can sometimes slow down this process. When people change certain daily routines, the body often begins repairing itself more effectively again. Energy returns,
mental clarity improves, inflammation levels drop, biological aging markers can even stabilize in some cases. This shows how powerful everyday behavior can be in shaping long-term health. Small routines repeated daily become powerful forces over years and decades. Understanding which habits accelerate aging and which habits protect the body can completely change the future of someone's health. That is exactly what this video will explore. In the next few minutes, this video will reveal the common habit that may be silently aging the body faster than expected. You will learn what scientists have discovered about how this habit affects cells, hormones, and long-term health. You will also discover the hidden warning signs the body often shows long before serious damage appears. These signals are usually subtle, and most people ignore them, but they can reveal when the body is struggling to recover and repair itself properly. By the end of this video, you will also learn simple changes that can help protect your body from this silent aging process. These changes are not extreme or complicated. In many cases, they involve small adjustments that restore the body's natural ability to repair itself and maintain balance. Knowledge like this has the power to change daily routines in ways that protect health for many years into the future. Watching until the end will help you fully understand how this habit works, why it affects the body so deeply, and what steps can help prevent its long-term damage. The information may surprise you because this behavior is so common that it often feels harmless. Yet research suggests its impact on aging is far greater than most people realize. This channel is dedicated to revealing simple health truths that are often overlooked in everyday life. The goal is to break down complex science into clear and useful knowledge that anyone can understand and apply. Small insights about the body can lead to powerful improvements in long-term health. If learning how the body truly works interests you, and if you want to discover more hidden factors that influence aging, energy, and overall well-being, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join this growing community focused on understanding the science of better health. Now let's begin and uncover the common habit that could be quietly speeding up your body's aging from the inside.
For many years, people believed aging was controlled mostly by genetics. The common belief says that if parents age quickly, their children will likely experience the same pattern. This idea feels logical, so it became widely accepted. But modern research has slowly changed this understanding. Scientists studying longevity and human health began to notice something unusual. Two people with very similar genetic backgrounds could age at completely different speeds. One person could stay energetic, mentally sharp, and physically strong for much longer, while the other might experience fatigue, chronic illness, and visible signs of aging much earlier. This difference could not always be explained by genes alone. Researchers began looking deeper into daily lifestyle patterns. What they discovered shifted the way experts understand aging. The human body does not simply follow a fixed aging schedule written in DNA. Instead, the body constantly responds to everyday behaviors. Diet, stress levels, movement, environment, and sleep patterns all send signals to the body that influence how quickly cells wear down or repair themselves. In other words, daily habits quietly control a large part of how fast the body ages. Some habits support repair and renewal, helping cells stay healthier for longer periods. Other habits push the body into a state of stress where damage accumulates faster than it can be repaired. When that happens, the biological aging process begins to accelerate. Inside every cell in the human body exists a kind of biological timer. This timer is not visible and cannot be felt, but it plays an important role in how the body ages over time. Scientists discovered that each chromosome inside a cell is protected by tiny structures called telomeres. These structures sit at the ends of chromosomes like protective caps. Their job is to prevent genetic material from becoming damaged during cell division. Every time a cell divides, telomeres become slightly shorter. This is a natural part of life. However, the speed at which telomeres shorten can vary dramatically depending on lifestyle and environmental stress. When telomeres remain relatively long, cells continue functioning effectively. When they become too short, cells begin to lose their ability to repair themselves properly. This leads to slower recovery, increased inflammation, and higher vulnerability to disease. Scientists often describe telomeres as markers of biological age because they reveal how much wear and tear the body has experienced at the cellular level. A person may be 30 or 40 years old chronologically, but their cells could behave like those of someone much older if telomeres have shortened rapidly. What makes this discovery so important is the growing evidence that lifestyle choices directly influence the speed of telomere shortening. Stress, poor nutrition, pollution exposure, and sleep disruption all contribute to faster cellular aging. Among these factors, one habit stands out: because of how common it has become in modern life. Many people consider it normal. It rarely causes immediate pain or obvious health problems in the short term. Yet scientists studying aging repeatedly see its effects in the body's biological markers. That habit is chronic lack of sleep. In many parts of the world, sleep has quietly become one of the most neglected aspects of health. Busy work schedules, long commuting hours, late night entertainment, and constant digital stimulation have reshaped daily routines. For millions of people, going to bed late and waking up early has become a standard pattern. Many adults regularly sleep 5 to 6 hours per night, sometimes even less. At first, this may not seem dangerous. The body can still function during the day. People continue working, socializing, and completing responsibilities. Because the consequences do not appear immediately, sleep deprivation often goes unnoticed as a serious health risk. However, beneath the surface, the body is struggling to keep up with the damage that accumulates each day. Sleep is far more than a period of rest. During sleep, the body performs critical repair processes that maintain long-term health. Cells repair damage that occurs throughout the day. The brain processes information and clears waste products that build up during waking hours. Hormones rebalance, supporting metabolism, immune function, and emotional stability. Tissues throughout the body recover from physical and mental stress. These processes are essential for keeping the body functioning properly. Without sufficient sleep, many of these repair systems cannot complete their work. Damage that should have been fixed remains inside cells. Night after night, that damage slowly accumulates. The body becomes less efficient at maintaining balance, and biological aging begins to accelerate. Scientists studying sleep deprivation have observed increases in inflammatory markers, hormonal imbalances, and metabolic disruption among individuals who regularly sleep too little. These changes do not appear overnight, but they gradually alter the body's internal environment in ways that promote faster aging. One of the most important connections between sleep and aging involves the effect of sleep deprivation on telomeres. Studies examining individuals with chronic sleep restriction have found that their telomeres tend to be shorter compared to people who maintain healthy sleep patterns. This suggests that poor sleep may speed up the biological aging process at the cellular level. The body depends on sleep to maintain the stability of DNA and repair microscopic damage caused by stress and metabolism. When sleep becomes irregular or insufficient, cells lose the time they need to carry out these repairs effectively. Over time, this leads to greater cellular stress and faster telomere shortening. The result is a body that ages more quickly from the inside. The person may still appear relatively healthy externally, but deep within tissues and organs, cells are experiencing greater strain. The damage caused by chronic lack of sleep extends beyond telomeres. One major effect involves the buildup of inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation is a natural defense mechanism used by the immune system to fight infection or heal injuries. In short bursts, inflammation protects the body. However, when inflammation becomes chronic, it begins damaging healthy tissues. Sleep deprivation increases levels of inflammatory chemicals circulating in the bloodstream. These chemicals place stress on organs, blood vessels, and metabolic systems. Over time, chronic inflammation contributes to many conditions commonly associated with aging, including heart disease, joint problems, metabolic disorders, and weakened immune function. People who consistently sleep too little often show higher levels of these inflammatory markers, indicating that their bodies remain in a constant state of biological stress. Another important effect of poor sleep involves hormone regulation. The body relies on a delicate balance of hormones to control energy levels, appetite, stress response, and tissue repair. During healthy sleep cycles, hormones follow predictable rhythms that help maintain stability throughout the day. When sleep becomes irregular or shortened, these rhythms begin to break down. One of the most significant hormonal changes involves cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. Cortisol normally rises in the morning to help people wake up, and decreases later in the evening to prepare the body for rest. Chronic sleep deprivation disrupts this pattern, causing cortisol levels to remain elevated for longer periods. Elevated cortisol places additional strain on the body, promoting fat storage, weakening immune defenses, and accelerating tissue breakdown. Over time, this hormonal imbalance contributes to faster biological aging. Sleep deprivation also affects hormones that regulate hunger and metabolism. Two key hormones, leptin and ghrelin, control feelings of fullness and hunger. When sleep is limited, leptin levels drop while ghrelin levels rise. This imbalance increases appetite, particularly for high-calorie foods rich in sugar and fat. As a result, people who lack sleep often experience stronger cravings and may consume more calories than their bodies require. This pattern increases the risk of weight gain and metabolic disorders such as type 2 diabetes. Excess body fat, especially around the abdomen, further increases inflammation and places additional strain on the heart and blood vessels. The combination of metabolic stress and hormonal imbalance creates conditions that accelerate aging throughout the body. The cardiovascular system is also deeply affected by chronic sleep deprivation. During healthy sleep, heart rate and blood pressure gradually decrease, allowing the cardiovascular system to rest and recover from daily activity. When sleep becomes short or fragmented, this restorative process is interrupted. Blood pressure may remain elevated throughout the night, forcing the heart to work harder than it should. Over time, persistent high blood pressure damages blood vessels and increases the risk of heart disease and stroke. Researchers have observed that individuals who consistently sleep fewer than 6 hours per night often show higher rates of cardiovascular problems compared to those who maintain adequate sleep schedules. The heart is designed to operate efficiently for many decades, but constant stress and insufficient recovery accelerate the wear and tear on this vital organ. The brain also depends heavily on sleep for maintenance and protection. While the body rests, the brain performs a cleaning process that removes waste products produced during daily neural activity. One of these waste products includes proteins associated with cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. Without enough sleep, the brain cannot clear these substances effectively. Over time, accumulation of these proteins may contribute to memory problems and reduce cognitive performance. People experiencing chronic sleep deprivation often report difficulty concentrating, slower thinking, and increased mental fatigue. These symptoms reflect deeper biological changes occurring inside the brain. Maintaining healthy sleep patterns helps protect neural networks and supports long-term cognitive health. Another important consequence of poor sleep involves immune function. The immune system relies on sleep to coordinate responses that protect the body from infections and illness. During sleep, immune cells communicate and prepare defenses against pathogens. When sleep is restricted, this communication becomes less effective. As a result, individuals who sleep poorly may become more vulnerable to infections and recover more slowly when they become sick. Chronic immune suppression also contributes to increased inflammation, further accelerating the aging process. A weakened immune system means the body must work harder to maintain stability, which places additional strain on organs and tissues over time. The visible effects of sleep deprivation eventually appear on the outside as well. Skin health depends on nightly repair processes that occur while the body rests. Collagen production, cellular turnover, and tissue regeneration all occur more effectively during healthy sleep cycles. When sleep is shortened or disrupted, these processes slow down. Skin may lose elasticity, leading to the appearance of wrinkles and dullness. Dark circles and puffiness around the eyes become more noticeable. While cosmetic changes may seem minor, they often reflect deeper biological stress occurring throughout the body. Energy levels also decline when sleep becomes insufficient. Fatigue is one of the earliest warning signs that the body is not receiving enough rest. Many people attempt to overcome this fatigue using caffeine or other stimulants. While these substances may temporarily increase alertness, they do not replace the repair processes that occur during sleep. Over time, reliance on stimulants can further disrupt sleep patterns, creating a cycle that becomes difficult to break. Persistent fatigue affects productivity, mood, and physical performance, making daily life more challenging. Mood regulation is another area strongly influenced by sleep. The brain uses sleep to balance neurotransmitters that control emotional stability. When sleep becomes irregular, these chemical signals become disrupted. Individuals who lack sleep often experience irritability, increased stress sensitivity, and difficulty managing emotions. Chronic emotional stress adds another layer of pressure on the body's physiological systems, reinforcing the cycle of accelerated aging. All of these effects occur gradually, often without drawing immediate attention. Life continues moving forward, responsibilities remain the same. Because the damage develops slowly, it may take years before the full consequences become clear. By the time serious health issues appear, the underlying pattern may have been present for a long time. This is why understanding the role of sleep in aging is so important. Sleep is not simply a passive state where the body shuts down for several hours. It is an active and essential process that protects cellular health, regulates hormones, and restores balance throughout the body. When this process is consistently shortened or disrupted, the body loses one of its most powerful tools for maintaining long-term health. This is why people who consistently lack sleep often begin to look and feel older than they should. The body rarely stays silent when something important is going wrong. Long before serious illness appears, it begins sending small signals. These signals are easy to overlook because they feel common and harmless. Many people treat them as normal parts of adult life. Yet these everyday symptoms often reveal that the body is struggling to recover and repair itself. One of the first signs is constant fatigue, not the kind of tiredness that disappears after a good night of rest, but a deeper exhaustion that seems to follow a person throughout the day. Energy feels low even after waking up. Simple tasks require more effort than they used to. Motivation slowly drops, and the body begins to feel heavier and slower. Many people assume this fatigue is caused by a busy lifestyle or increasing age, but in many cases it reflects a deeper problem. The body is not getting enough time to restore itself during the night. When sleep becomes short or irregular, cells miss their opportunity to repair damage. The result is a constant feeling of exhaustion that no amount of coffee or quick breaks can truly fix. Another common warning sign is brain fog. This is the strange feeling when the mind seems slower than usual. Thoughts take longer to form, concentration becomes difficult, memory slips happen more often. Names, tasks, or simple details suddenly feel harder to recall. The brain depends heavily on sleep to process information and clear out waste products that accumulate during the day. When sleep is limited, these processes cannot fully complete their work. The brain remains in a partially fatigued state. Over time, this mental cloudiness becomes more noticeable. Work tasks require greater effort. Conversations demand more focus. Decision-making becomes slower. Many people assume brain fog is simply a result of stress or aging, but sleep deprivation is often a major hidden cause. The brain is trying to function without the recovery it needs. Physical appearance can also reveal early signs that the body is aging faster than expected. Premature wrinkles sometimes begin forming earlier than normal. Skin may lose its natural brightness and elasticity. Dark circles appear under the eyes, giving the face a tired look even after rest. Skin repair and collagen production occur most effectively during sleep. When sleep becomes too short, the skin loses valuable recovery time. Tiny damages caused by sunlight, pollution, and daily stress remain unrepaired for longer periods. Gradually, the skin begins to show the effects of this missed restoration. These cosmetic changes may seem minor at first, but they reflect deeper biological stress occurring inside the body. Belly fat is another sign that often appears when sleep patterns become unhealthy. Many people notice gradual weight gain around the abdomen, even when their diet has not changed dramatically. This pattern is closely linked to hormonal changes caused by poor sleep. When the body lacks rest, cortisol levels remain elevated. Cortisol encourages the body to store fat, particularly around the midsection. At the same time, sleep deprivation disrupts hormones that regulate hunger and fullness. People may feel hungrier and crave foods high in sugar and carbohydrates. This combination of hormonal imbalance and increased appetite creates conditions that make weight gain more likely. Abdominal fat is not only a cosmetic concern, it is closely associated with inflammation and metabolic stress, both of which accelerate aging inside the body. A weakened immune system is another early signal that the body is struggling. Individuals who consistently lack sleep often notice they become sick more frequently. Minor infections such as colds may appear more often and take longer to disappear. Cuts and small injuries may heal more slowly than before. The immune system relies on sleep to coordinate its defenses and prepare protective responses. During sleep, immune cells communicate and strengthen their ability to fight pathogens. When sleep becomes limited, this process becomes less efficient. Over time, the body's defenses weaken, leaving it more vulnerable to illness. Mood swings also appear when sleep patterns become unstable. Emotional balance depends on proper communication between different parts of the brain. Sleep plays a major role in regulating these connections. When sleep is shortened, emotional control becomes harder to maintain. Small problems may feel more overwhelming than usual. Irritability increases, patience decreases, stress feels stronger and more difficult to manage. Over time, this emotional instability places additional pressure on the body's stress response system. Higher stress levels increase inflammation and accelerate biological wear on organs and tissues. These warning signs may not seem serious when they appear individually. Many people dismiss them as normal side effects of modern life. Fatigue is blamed on work schedules. Brain fog is blamed on stress. Weight gain is blamed on diet. Mood changes are blamed on daily pressures. Because each symptom can be explained in different ways, the underlying pattern often goes unnoticed. Yet when several of these signs appear together, they may be revealing something important. The body is asking for more time to recover. It is signaling that its repair systems are being pushed beyond their limits. Understanding these early signals is important because they appear long before serious disease develops. They represent the body's attempt to warn that balance is being lost. When these signals are ignored for months or years, deeper problems may eventually emerge. Chronic inflammation increases. Metabolic systems become less stable. Blood pressure rises. The risk of heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline begins to grow. All of these conditions are closely connected to the body's ability to repair itself during sleep. Despite these warning signs, many people continue ignoring the role of sleep in their health. One reason is the structure of modern life. Work schedules are often demanding, leaving little time for rest. Long hours at the office or extended responsibilities at home reduce the time available for sleep. When deadlines approach or responsibilities increase, sleep is often the first sacrifice people make. Staying awake a little longer may seem harmless in the short term, but when this pattern becomes routine, the body begins to feel the consequences. Technology has also transformed nighttime behavior in ways that make healthy sleep more difficult. Smartphones, tablets, and computers have become constant companions. Many people spend the final hours of the evening scrolling through messages, watching videos, or browsing social media. The bright light from screens signals the brain to stay alert, delaying the natural release of sleep hormones. As a result, falling asleep becomes harder. Even when people feel tired, their minds remain stimulated by digital activity. Hours pass quickly while attention remains fixed on the screen. By the time the device is finally put down, the opportunity for sufficient sleep may already be lost. Stress is another powerful force that interferes with sleep. Modern life places continuous pressure on individuals through work demands, financial responsibilities, and social expectations. When stress levels remain high, the body releases hormones designed to keep the mind alert and ready to respond to challenges. These stress signals can remain active long after the workday ends. As a result, many people find it difficult to relax at night. Thoughts continue racing through the mind. Worries about the future or unfinished tasks prevent the brain from entering a calm state necessary for sleep. Work pressure adds another layer of difficulty. In many professional environments, long hours are often seen as a sign of dedication and productivity. Employees may feel obligated to remain available late into the evening. Emails, messages, and online meetings extend the workday far beyond traditional office hours. This constant connection makes it difficult to establish a clear boundary between work and rest. Sleep becomes secondary to productivity, even though lack of rest eventually reduces both efficiency and health. Over time, these patterns combine to reduce the amount of recovery the body receives each night. The damage caused by insufficient sleep rarely appears suddenly. Instead, it accumulates slowly. One short night of sleep may not cause immediate harm, but when reduced sleep becomes a habit, the body experiences repeated cycles of incomplete recovery. Cells attempt to repair damage but do not receive enough time to finish their work. Inflammation remains slightly elevated. Hormones drift further from their natural balance. Energy systems become less efficient. Night after night, the body falls slightly behind in its repair process. The effects may be small at first, almost impossible to notice. But weeks turn into months, and months turn into years. Gradually, the consequences become clearer. Fatigue becomes more persistent. Focus becomes more difficult. Physical recovery slows. Health problems that once seemed distant begin appearing earlier than expected. This is why chronic sleep deprivation can accelerate the aging process without drawing immediate attention. Fortunately, protecting the body from this silent aging process does not require extreme measures. In many cases, simple changes can restore the body's natural recovery systems. One of the most important steps is allowing enough time for sleep each night. Most adults function best when they sleep between 7 and 9 hours. This range provides the body with adequate time to complete its repair cycles and maintain hormonal balance. While individual needs may vary slightly, consistently sleeping within this range gives the body the opportunity to restore itself properly. Reducing screen time before bed can also make a significant difference. Electronic devices emit blue light that interferes with the brain's natural sleep signals. Limiting the use of phones and computers during the final hour before bedtime helps the brain prepare for rest. Replacing screen time with quieter activities such as reading or gentle stretching allows the mind to transition into a calmer state. Maintaining a consistent sleep schedule is another powerful habit. Going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time each day helps regulate the body's internal clock. This rhythm makes it easier to fall asleep and wake up naturally. When sleep schedules constantly change, the body struggles to maintain stable hormone patterns. Consistency supports the body's ability to enter deep restorative sleep. Avoiding caffeine late in the day can also improve sleep quality. Caffeine stimulates the nervous system and can remain active in the body for several hours. Drinking coffee or energy drinks in the evening may delay sleep even when a person feels tired. Limiting caffeine intake to earlier parts of the day allows the body to relax more easily at night. Creating a dark and quiet sleep environment further supports restful sleep. The brain responds strongly to environmental signals. Darkness encourages the release of melatonin, the hormone that signals the body it is time to sleep. Reducing noise and maintaining a comfortable room temperature helps prevent interruptions that break the natural sleep cycle. When these habits become part of daily life, the body begins to recover its natural rhythm. Cells receive the time they need to repair damage. Hormones regain balance. Inflammation gradually decreases. Energy levels improve. The mind becomes clearer and more focused. These changes do not happen instantly, but over time they help protect the body from the silent stress that accelerates aging. Every night, the body enters a powerful restoration process. During those hours of rest, millions of microscopic repairs take place. Cells rebuild damaged structures. Hormones reset. The brain organizes memories and clears waste. The immune system strengthens its defenses. These quiet processes protect health in ways that often go unnoticed. But this restoration only works when the body is given the opportunity to complete it. When sleep is repeatedly shortened, the body loses one of its most important tools for maintaining youth and vitality. Over time, the consequences become visible in energy, mood, appearance, and long-term health. The body is constantly working to protect itself and extend its years of healthy function. Each night offers a chance for renewal and repair. When that chance is respected, the body responds with resilience and strength. When it is ignored for too long, the aging process begins moving faster than it should. Time changes every living thing. That is natural, but the speed of that change is not always fixed. Small habits repeated every day quietly shape the future of the body. Sleep is not just rest, it is the time when the body repairs damage, restores energy, and protects itself from faster aging. When that time is taken away night after night, the body slowly begins to pay the price. Energy fades sooner. The mind feels heavier. The body starts showing signs that most people blame on age, even though the real cause is much simpler. The powerful truth is that protecting your health does not always require complicated solutions. Sometimes it begins with one decision made every night: choosing rest, giving the body the chance to recover, allowing those silent repair systems to do the work they were designed to do. When that happens, the body responds in ways many people do not expect. Energy improves, focus becomes sharper. The body begins to function the way it was meant to. If this video helped you understand your body better and revealed something you did not know before, take a second to support the channel. Like this video so more people can discover these simple health truths. Subscribe to the channel for more videos that explain how the body really works and how small daily habits can shape long-term health. And share this video with someone who always says, "I'll sleep later," because sometimes the smallest habits quietly control how fast we age.